Cindy.
Hi, Tim.
What are we going to talk about today?
I thought today we would talk about the all-inclusive place we're staying versus the 18-night cruise we took and what you actually like more.
Okay.
So let's start with the room.
The room, a beautiful room, big, much bigger than a cruise.
I'm going to show pictures of the room here. Let's see what this place is. The lights are on.
I brought our luggage.
Nice. Gotta open up the window. This is a nice room. It's actually pretty big. It's got a little couch thing over here. And this is our balcony. Okay. Big closet. A nice little coffee area. Ooh, they have a bathtub. And a separate shower with a rain door. Toilet. 2 double sinks. That's nice.
Yeah, bigger bathroom.
Much
tub,
bigger bathroom.
Full shower. Toilet area, big. So it's much bigger. Closet, yeah.
Sitting area.
Yeah.
Coffee maker.
Yeah. And refrigerator. Yeah. And then, of course, a bigger balcony. So a nicer room.
Nicer room. So you like the room a lot more compared to the cruise room, and I'll show that here. Are you ready to see our stateroom?
Yep.
What do you think? A220. Oh, that's a nice closet area. Tiny bathroom, but they're always tiny in here, aren't they? Let's see. Pictures of me. Oh, this is nice. Look, honey. We have a nice king-size bed. And look, a beautiful mirror. We can see ourselves. Sitting area. There's a little refrigerator there. And look, I'm pulling it the wrong way. How do you open this? There we go. Our balcony. So big. Look how pretty that is. We can sit out here and wave goodbye to everybody. But there's nobody to wave goodbye to. Oh, some place to put your feet too. That's nice. So you like our room?
Yep, lovely room, honey.
This is really beautiful. And this was much, although we had a balcony there.
Yeah, we also had a balcony on the cruise.
But it was cramped and there was no separate seating area.
Yeah, a little smaller.
Yeah, definitely. So what about the food?
Okay, on the boat there was a buffet, fine dining every night. I like that fine dining a lot.
And that was in the dining room because we did not pay for any of the extra restaurants. So we did eat in the dining room most every night. It was a limited menu. It did vary every single night that we were on the ship. But
I liked it. I pretty much liked it every night. So
yeah, it was good most nights. But it was limited though too. And we did not go to any of the restaurants at all. They had, I think, 2 specialty restaurants on board, a steak restaurant and an Italian restaurant. And that was the only options they had. They also did have a pizza place. They had the buffet, hamburger upstairs. So there was some variety, but not compared to here.
Yeah. Here's you got a buffet in the breakfast buffet. Then you have a lunch buffet or dinner buffet, basically. And then all the different restaurants you have available for lunch and dinner.
So how many different restaurants do you have available here?
Like 6 or 7, I think.
You have the French restaurant, the Mediterranean restaurant, the barbecue restaurant, the
Japanese,
Asian restaurant.
Yeah. And there's 3 of those actually.
Yeah, one that cooks the food right in front of you, one that does the sushi, and one that does the noodles. You have the Portuguese restaurant, and I'm probably forgetting something else. The French restaurant.
Down by the marina.
beautiful. It was inside of a lighthouse.
Very beautiful.
That was gorgeous.
French. Okay, and then the one up by the pool. So I actually got 10. You got about 10 here.
So, and they're all included. They're not
all
extra.
inclusive, and all different menus, and all different drink menus too.
Exactly. So it's quite a different variety than the cruise ship. Food-wise, which did you prefer?
Oh, the food, the taste of the food, or it's 5-star here. It's 5-star on board in the fine dining too. So I like both food pretty much. But here it has like we're gonna go have the crab sandwich hamburger for lunch. That's really nice. They got burgers here, of course. Let's see here. They've got chili fries here too.
They have fajitas here.
Yeah, they got fajitas. They got
chicken
There's
wings.
more variety here for sure.
There's definitely more variety here, without a doubt. And if you don't like one of the places, you can go to another place. So since it's all inclusive, it's easy. It's much easier. Yeah. Let's talk about the one big problem you had on the cruise ship. Coffee.
Oh, coffee, yeah. Only one location on the cruise ship I could get coffee that I could walk around with. So I had to walk my way to the buffet every morning to get coffee for the room. And I've got to go during the day to get coffee and tea all the way back to the back of the ship. And here it's basically everywhere.
And it's in our room too.
So it's in our room too. So
it was not in our room when we were on the cruise ship. The buffet was just up one floor from the room we had. You still could not get coffee at any place other than the buffet during the day, unless you're eating in the dining room.
Sitting down, yeah. If you sat down, you have coffee in the main restaurants, but otherwise you can't walk around with it. They really didn't like that.
No, they didn't give it to you. I mean, you could buy it. You could buy
you could buy coffee at each of the bars.
Each of the bars would let you buy their specialty coffees, but you couldn't, unless you wanted to pay for coffee. You
had to run yourself up
all the way upstairs. Exactly. So that was kind of interesting. Let's talk about the drinks. We didn't really drink on the cruise ship.
No, we didn't buy the drink package that time, but before we did. And when you bought the package, and this one's free with the room, there's more locations here. Every pool has a bar. There's bars all over this thing. On board, there's more than a few. I mean, there's still more than a few. Probably about the same.
Probably the same amount of bars, yeah.
Yeah, and probably same quality of drinks and everything else.
Probably.
So yeah.
I feel like the drinks are really strong here. Oh. But I could be wrong. It just takes one drink and I'm taking it out. But there are a lot of bars here. There's one down by the ocean front. There's one.
Each pools have one. The main facility has one. There's alcohol at all the restaurants. Everything. Yeah, it's all available here.
Exactly. Now you can buy fine wine if you want to have that with your dinner as well. But you can also get the free wine.
Just a glass of wine.
Exactly. And that's
most
included.
People can't tell the difference between a fine wine and just a normal.
We can't. We're not connoisseurs. So.
No.
But so for us, it was a pretty big difference to have everything all included here. Versus the cruise ship, we took the 18 nights because we did not drink and we did not eat at the fine restaurants. We just had the tea, and I think I actually bought soda. I think it was like $4
Yeah, we grabbed some
can.
soda when we got off ship just to have our Coke fix.
Right. So
because we're in Portugal, we touched Portugal, and it's only like 30 cents for Coca-Cola in can. It's $3 on ship for a can of Coke.
Yeah, and so we bought, I think, about 10 cans and brought them back to the ship, which was nice because it was expensive, silly expensive.
Yeah.
And of course, it wasn't included unless you got one of the packages, which kind of didn't make a lot of sense. The next thing is the internet.
Oh, yeah. Well, internet, there was none on the ship.
Unless you paid for it.
Unless you paid for it.
So you have to get a package.
And she did. She did pay for it.
I think I paid for 4 days at $35 each. So about $140 for internet over the 18 days.
And here it's free. Plus we have our own. So
because we have Vodafone.
We have Vodafone. We have Portugal, and we're in Portugal, so it works. When you go to any different country, even though they say they have T-Mobile or Vodafone, they don't work there. You have to have their company. So you pay $20 for the month or whatever, and
for a SIM card.
For a SIM card, it's their company, their network, and it works. Even though it's both, they're both.
You can use T-Mobile, but it's slow.
It's so slow.
There's not a good connection.
It's like 0.1 or 1.
Yes, but we have free internet here.
Yeah, high speed. Yeah.
We're not paying $35 a day. I only did it for 4 days because it seemed expensive. When we were close to the islands on the cruise ship, I didn't have to worry about it because the Vodafone or the T-Mobile would somewhat connect. And if we went into any of the islands, we could connect there through the Vodafone because we were in Europe. So that worked really well. But here it's free, and that's nice. So that makes it much nicer here.
But if we weren't at we stayed at the resort. So if we were off resort, we would need cellular service. So if you come over to Europe, in whatever country you're in, pick who has pick the known brand of company that offers a service and get their SIM card, and you'll have good service. Turkey, we bought an off-brand. Didn't work at all.
Didn't work at all. Yeah. You can use T-Mobile, but it's really slow and kind of spotty here. Yeah. So we have Vodafone as our main phone when we're in Portugal. So
and it charged us in other countries for Vodafone. So you really do have to go to that.
So we do turn it off.
Yeah, we turn it off when you got to buy that country's particular brand, and it worked great at that point.
Now T-Mobile doesn't charge us when we're in different countries.
No,
it is charges 25 cents a minute for calls, but it's really slow. It is too slow. So, what about the pools? What do you think about the pools here compared to the ones on the cruise ship?
The pools on the cruise ship were, I think, a little warmer. These are ice cold. But and the cruise ship, she never got in the pools at all anyway. She always liked the hot tubs, and they don't have them really in Portugal. No,
they will have the spa that opens up in a couple weeks here, and we'll go check out the spa in a little bit. So the spa on the cruise ship, what did you think about that? So we were on the Island Princess, and we were very disappointed in the spa there. We usually do the spa package where you get the warm seats, the sauna, and
a big front window.
Yeah, on the Island Princess they had the warm seats, but they literally were staring at each other because they're opposite of each other.
In a room, just no windows in the room either. That just nope, no thank you, don't want to do that.
So we were really disappointed in that. So also the spa treatments here are considerably less for a massage. You're building a brand new 3-story place. It's going to be gorgeous. Yeah. So that was nice.
Yeah, we'll be back and then we'll see it then. That'll be really nice. Right. But yeah, massages are much cheaper in Portugal, especially if you go off property.
Oh yes, definitely.
We're at the hotel. I think they were like $30 to $40 at the other hotel. Sometimes they're up in the hundreds, but you go out and you can get it for
$35, $40 euros.
Yeah.
So pretty inexpensive.
Yeah.
So we didn't really take any excursions when we were on the cruise ship. We did get off the boat several times. Obviously you can't get off the boat here, but there are excursions here. You can go on. There's a marina attached to this hotel.
1, 2, okay, here we go.
So they offer yacht tours for whale watching and dolphins. There's so many locations to hike here too.
Oh yeah, a ton.
If you love the nature and the beauty, I mean, tons of hikes that are available here, and you can see all those through all trails. So quite a diverse and beauty. This is the beauty of the waterfalls and just the scenery of the ocean. If you want to see Funchal, obviously you can go see that. The resort offers a shuttle bus down there, 10 euros each way per person. So that's nice.
And it was like $30 to get there by Uber.
One way. So the shuttle bus would be less if there's 2 of you.
Cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah. And you could go to Funchal for the day, see the botanical gardens, take the cable car up to the top. I mean, there's so much to do, without a doubt. I don't think you'd be any more bored here than you could potentially be on a ship. There is a lot to do here, so especially if you love hiking. So definitely some excursions you want to do. The entertainment, that probably
the ship had the theater. So we every night went and saw the theater, and they also had gambling, and she likes to gamble.
Yeah, so they don't. I think there's probably a casino here on the island somewhere. We just haven't looked for it.
Don't need it.
We don't need it, so we don't need it. They do have entertainment at night with, I think, some bands and some singers and things like that, but nothing like the theater that they have on the cruise ship. So, which is fine. What about the overall vibe of the place versus the cruise ship?
I don't know. I think it's about the same to me. How about to you?
It's completely different to me. So on the Princess, there were a ton of wheelchairs, a ton of walkers. The average age was about 70 years old. There were a few kids, but barely any children.
There's kids here, yeah.
There's definitely kids here, younger generation here, all sorts of age ranges here. So it's quite different, quite a bit more active. I would say it's a different vibe here without a doubt. So I actually like it a little bit better because I don't see all. I mean, it's I understand, but there's so many walkers and so many wheelchairs and so many elderly people that it just I felt very old. You definitely slowed down on the cruise ship. You paced yourself to a 70-year-old.
I try my best.
You definitely did. So overall, cost-wise, I think that's the last thing we need to discuss. So we paid $235 per night for the resort, all-inclusive resort. When we went on the cruise ship, we paid about $150, but we didn't have all-inclusive, and that does not...
Internet and alcohol, if you add those two back in, it's probably more expensive on the cruise ship.
Probably closer to... Well, for the cruise ship, a lot more expensive. I think it was $150 a night, but that didn't include in the extras that we spent for the internet and things of that nature. So for the extra $85, I guess, $235 minus $150.
Okay.
I think it's more. We got more value here, definitely, because just $35 a day in internet, and then not included in the food and the alcohol that we had here.
That would hit you.
That definitely would hit you. Plus the variety here. So I would say if you're going to do a cruise and if you're going to pay for the package, which is anywhere from $60 per person to $90 on Princess, that is definitely going to put you at a more expensive rate per night than this all-inclusive resort. We'd definitely recommend the resort, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, we still see the ocean.
Yeah, you definitely still see the ocean.
The cruise ships passing by, so yeah.
Yeah, you definitely can see that. Plus, you can also time your visit to Funchal when the cruise ships are not in port, so you don't have to worry about the tourists so much. You said Funchal was named the #1.
Madeira is the #1 vacation destination for Europe this year.
It's gorgeous here. It really is. It's just off the coast of Africa. It is a Portuguese island. So, but everyone here speaks English.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of Brits and we met some people from France.
Yeah. But everybody speaks English. Just we haven't met anybody who can't speak English.
Yeah. So I would say if you're going to spend the money on to make it a package, you might want to consider an all-inclusive instead. Especially something like this where you have so much more options for dining, for walking around, and especially if you don't want to necessarily be on a boat. And if you really would like some more room to stretch out, because it's been really nice to have the larger bedroom, the bathroom with the bathtub and the waterfall shower. And it's just been wonderful.
And if you have kids, they have a water park here. A small water park, but it's a water park. They will have functioning. And so if you have kids, it's certainly better here.
Yeah, and they do have a kids club here too.
Sometimes you have outdoor activities with the kids. From 4 years to 11, they can spend the whole day here.
Oh, yeah. Daycare. Yeah, daycare.
It's very nice in way. If the parents allow, they just need to put the name and the phone number. It's nice, right? They can enjoy a little bit the pool.
When they had the PlayStation 5, the brand new PlayStation here. So, I mean,
kids pools, other things like that.
And there
kids
are a lot
meals,
of children.
all the kids' meals are free too and provided.
So that's our take on our all-inclusive 7 nights at Dreams Resort Spa and Marina versus the Island Princess Transatlantic 18-night cruise that we took. We definitely, at least I definitely preferred the resort.
I prefer it here. I prefer it here too. This is nice. Yep.
Yeah, I think we got more here than we got on the cruise ship. Definitely more enjoyable of a time. Thanks for watching.
Well, thank you very much, and like and subscribe. Yay! I got him. Very nice, sweetie.
It's actually one of the best stores in Aruba. It is so phenomenal.
So much.
Tim?
What? Nice.